For the vanilla Swiss roll, you will be needing 8 eggs, 60 grams milk, half teaspoon salt, 1 teaspoon vanilla, 1 teaspoon vinegar, 20 grams corn flour, 100 grams flour. You will also be needing 120 grams sugar. Now set aside some of the things on the table and first of all prepare your baking tray using your parchment paper, as the tray is supposed to be the first thing that you do before you start mixing. So this is the tray I've done. I prepared it and I am setting it aside. Next, separate the egg white from the egg yolk. Pour the egg white into your mixer bowl and then the egg yolk into another bowl. Now there is no compulsory way of separating your egg white from your egg yolk. All you need to do is to use the method that works for you. For me, I like breaking my eggs into the bowl. That is by lowering down my hand so that the yolk will not scatter, and I'll gradually pick out the yolk. That is how my separation is done. But if you know what works for you, just go ahead and use it. Now, after breaking the 8 eggs and separating them into the yolk, you add your vanilla and mix together. Next, you add your corn flour into the flour. Mix it and sieve it like 3 to 5 times so that it will be well blended. Now keep mixing the egg yolk mixture until every other ingredient that is needed for the egg yolk is added. We're adding our milk now, and then the flour mixture. Remember, you mixed your corn flour and the flour, the all-purpose flour together, okay? And we have added it now to the egg yolk. I am not going to be stopping here. I'm also going to be transferring it into my mixing bowl to whip it again using my balloon whisk. Now pour it into the mixing bowl and continue mixing, this time with your balloon whisk and on a high speed for at least 2 minutes. Next, you add your vinegar into the egg white and begin to mix also. Now, vanilla Swiss roll or any Swiss roll at all is very tricky. The only secret you must know about it is that you will not whip the egg until it becomes too thick, that when you flip the bowl upside down it will not pour out. What it needs is the point where you need it, and when you raise it, it can at least form something with your balloon whisk on top. So now, like a ribbon I'm adding the egg whites that I just finished mixing into the egg yolk mixture, and I've done this in 3 batches. And after mixing, I'm going to be pouring it on the tray. Another secret that you must know: as soon as you pour it into the tray, take it to the oven. If you leave it on your work table to go and do other things, it will deflate and it will not give you a better result. Remember, a lot of air has been incorporated into the egg white, and that is what made the volume to be very high. The same air is capable of escaping if you drop it just like that on a table. That is why once you finish mixing it into your egg yolk mixture, pour it into tray immediately and take it to the oven. And it is ready. Next, remove the cake from the tray by making sure that you run a knife around the side where there is no parchment paper. I actually forgot to line my parchment paper those 2 sides. So, but it is still okay. Your knife can still do the work. Next, you take another parchment paper and line on top of the cake. Then, using the bottom of another tray that is equal measurement with this tray, remove the cake from the tray. Now flip it over and remove the trays that you have used. Now, after doing that, use your tray again and turn it upside down so that the cake will be on top of the back of the tray. As this is how it's supposed to be before rolling. Next, you apply your filling. It could be any type of filling. It can be buttercream, it can be whipping cream. But what I'm using here right now is a mixture of whipping cream and jam. You can decide to use only jam. It all depends on your own choice. You can decide to use your chocolate. It depends on your choice. Now apply all over and then begin to roll. As you are rolling, make sure you are rolling it tightly so that by the time you cut it, there wouldn't be much holes. So next, after this, you send it to the freezer or fridge for at least 20 minutes so that the buttercream or the whatever you have used as your filling will firm up a little before cutting. And it's out of the freezer now, and I want to start to cut. Make sure you position it in a way that you'll be able to cut it using your long knife. So because of this, I must remove it from the tray, position it at the back of the tray. Now as I'm cutting, I'm removing the first one, as that one will not be as beautiful as the rest of them. So I'm setting that aside. And next, I'll begin to cut. You can choose any size. It can be 1 inch, it can be ½ inch, it can be 2 inches, depending on your own choice. Now it is easier for me because the whole fillings is now a bit stronger than when I was applying it due to the freezer. Without this, whatever you are cutting will just mess up. The filling will just mess it up. So you must freeze it first before you start cutting. So now this is the result, the end result of the whole vanilla Swiss roll. Please, if you like this video, give me a thumb up and also subscribe to my channel for more videos. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.